today. I got some consistency and I have some focus. So I'm gonna talk to you about consistency and focus. So imagine if consistency was a key to success rather than talent. What would we do? How would we go? How would we know? I'm gonna just give y'all a little rough draft of my existence into consistency and focus. As a kid, I played basketball by the age of 5. So I was really invested in playing basketball, and I played basketball most of my life until some occurrence came, got in trouble. I played across seas for about a year and changed, like about 3 months, something like that. But I was a grown man at that time. So just gonna kind of bring you to me being a musician playing. I didn't start playing piano till late. And one of the things I've learned that it was a talent of mine, but it wasn't something that, you know, that I didn't think I was going to be well versed in it. I didn't think I needed to push, stuff like that. So what happened was, because of my networking, playing ball, playing basketball, stuff like that, I knew people. So I had certain gigs and stuff like that, which led me to certain jobs. And I wasn't well versed in playing, but however, I was traveling on the road playing synth and playing for artists, and I wasn't really versed. I just was talented enough, which kind of got me in the door. But I realized early on, that what got me over the hump wasn't my talent, it was my consistency. It was not my tardiness, but me doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And that came from basketball. So, needless to say, I started late in life playing piano. And I became pretty decent. I became a little bit skillful, which sets aside talent. So some people are talented and stuff like that. Most people you know as talented are not talented. They're very skillful. I mean, they're doing something at a high level. Talent, everybody has talent. There's talent in everyone. The usher has talent. You know, I can speak on this for hours, but I won't. But anyway, consistency. So I do have a couple of questions, but one of the most important things for me when I realized that consistency was it was one of the main ingredients to continuity, to completion. If you want to do anything, you have to remain consistent. All right? But I'm gonna give y'all a little. And this is on focus. Okay. So if I ask you to take your arms and fold your arms, just fold your arms in them. Right? So if I say to you, take your arms and fold your arms the other way, how does that feel? Awkward, right? Mm-hmm. Did you have to focus to do that?
Yes, a little. I had to think about it.
Yeah, think about it. I mean, that's amazing that how we are so imbalanced. We're balanced, but I'm balanced too at the same time. So I use this illustration to kind of give us just the notion that a lot of times we may be paying attention to something. We can do certain things, but we can do certain things without focusing because it's routine, right? You can fold your arms, you can do this but at the end of the day, when you really need to do something, you have to deliver something to your brain to focus. A lot of times we're reading something, we can read over a passage and stuff like that, and we'll get the passage, but we didn't really understand it. It's not digested, so we can't really outpour and explain to someone. We have to say, let me read this again. That has to do with focus. All right. So what I'm gonna do is give a couple of questions. You don't have to answer it. You don't have to be theoretical. Because to me, when it comes to this stuff, like, there's no science to this. Some of this, it seems like, at the end of the day, it's like, common sense, right? But at the end of the day, you have to pay attention to focus, right? Some people don't have it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some people don't have it, right? But anyone can acquire focus. Anyone can acquire consistency, right? But the difference is not everybody's gonna have that. You have it, but not everyone is gonna navigate to it. Some people get fed up. Some people like, it's too much, I can't do it. And then that's when they become inconsistent, right? So I have a couple of questions. How can life divergence take you off your consistent path? Anyone can raise their hand. How can life divergence take you off your consistent path?
Because when something unusual out of the routine happens, you get into a routine. So then when something, happens or whatever, it throws you off because you get used to a pattern of doing something. I go this route every day, but I know this light turns red by the time I do, whatever. And then if an accident happens and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? There's an alternate way to do something, but you're just not prepared.
All right, so how should I say this? How is it that we allow a diversion just to take us off our path, but not become just a bump that we have to, how bumps beat bumps on the road?
Right.
How is it?
Because we don't anticipate. We don't live in some of us don't have mindsets that we anticipate what's ahead. We go through the process step by step without thinking beyond the step. And so that gets us into a rut, as you were saying. It becomes a rut or routine that this is the way I've always driven. So when something does happen, we become so out of sorts and unbalanced and not focused, not thinking about, okay, well, I can go take a left and it'll get me back and circumvent myself back to where I need to be. And that's that's human nature. That's a part of human nature, because we don't think beyond what the old people say, beyond the tip of your nose. And when you begin to think beyond the tip of your nose, then those things that seem to divert or subvert or covert, or the things that come that seem like obstacles, won't seem to hinder you as much, because you already know that there is a plan. I'm already thinking about the plan. What is my plan? What is the goal? Where am I going? I already see that I'm supposed to be going to target A. Even though I'm rerouted by W, I'm still going to get to A. And W ain't going to become a problem, because A is where I'm supposed to be. And so that's how I see that.
I'm going to ask two more questions. Well, this one. How do we regain focus while being how do we regain focus while being distracted by something or someone?
Woo, that's you, Sister Diamond. Go do it. Wait, what's the question?
How do we regain focus while being distracted by something or someone?